Hello, Big Yumbo here. Today I'm just going to show you some stuff that sold for a little more money or things that were interesting that can make you at least $20 profit. Pretty much no matter what, if you found it at the thrift store. First up is this company called Poncho, where I've received like 15 messages from people on Instagram telling me about Poncho because we all watched the same Thrift of Life video where he talked about this brand. Yeah, and I heard about it in that video, and then I found one like the next day. This sold for full price. It's just a company that makes Western shirts. They're like a little thicker, a little more high quality. That's what the logo looks like. It's really simple. And I think if you would have found this, you would have looked it up, regardless of if you heard me talk about it or Thrift of Life. But yeah, they sell for a good amount of money for just a pearl snap shirt, and they are pretty high sell-through rate. This company can be found at, I figured out about it because I found it at REI Co-op because I like to shop there. I go there all the time. The logo looks like this. They make like stretchy kind of performance jeans. High sell-through rate, good prices. This one sold for $38 plus shipping. Yeah, just look for that logo. Here's one I found the other day, similar to the first one. It's like a heavyweight pearl snap Western shirt. It is called Western Welder. That's what the logo looks like. Pretty much anytime you find a pearl snap Western shirt that's not the basic like Plains or Wrangler or whatever, you want to look it up. I mean, there's a lot of good Wranglers, but if you find a new brand, just look it up every time, and then you'll have all of them in here. This one sold for $40 flat plus shipping. I think Santa, like that's inside of it had this stamped on it, so I think that's like the type of material. It's probably like flame resistant or something, but it was like a thick, heavy workwear kind of canvas shirt. Here's another pearl snap Western, I guess. I guess these are good. This one sold for $43.25. The company is called Seeger Grit Co. Sometimes they'll just say Seeger. I know the guy loosely, very loosely, who started this company. Went to the same high school. But yeah, Seeger Grit Co. I find a good amount of them out here in Las Vegas. It's high sell-through rate, good prices. Here's another good one. The company's called Reigning Champ. I've only ever found their shorts. I think one time I found like a cutoff tee. They make like gym, athleisure type clothing. It's usually like kind of like cut off, like terry, cotton type stuff. You'll see it. Just don't pass it up because it looks pretty cheap. Well, I guess that looks like something you might look up. But I'm pretty sure it's high sell-through rate. Let's see. Let's look at the whole brand. Let's just look at used. 695 listed used. $546 sold used. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's not 100% sell-through rate, but I'm sure there are a bunch of items within it that are 100% sell-through rate. Prices are pretty good. Yeah. Orc Industries. I spotted this one from across the thrift store. These kind of like blank military jackets, a lot of times are really good. So just look for like very plain green puffer jackets. There's the extreme cold weather one is really good. This one was actually new to me and didn't have the brand on it. Let me find the tag. That is the logo for Orc Industries. I just looked up L7 insulative jacket and this popped up, and then I double checked what the logo looks like on Google. This one sold for $160. It took an offer. It sold really fast. Yeah, Look for these like blank tactical military jackets. Here's another one. Looks super plain on the outside, but I could see that like pattern poking through there. The company is called Threda. They make like, they just make jackets basically with patterns on the inside. That's what the inside looks like. And they sell for a good amount of money. I don't think it was like crazy high sell-through rate, but this one sold for $175 plus shipping. Threda. So if you see a plain looking jacket with crazy pattern on the inside, look it up. Xenia. It's one of the best brands for like kind of men's classy clothing, formal clothing. I mean, there's better brands, but this is the one that I find all the time. So when I'm searching the blazers, I just go through the aisle. I don't look at every single one because it takes forever to open up like both of the sides of the chest and then try to figure out what brand it is. So I skip over a lot of them. I just look at the back tag, see where it was made. If it says made in Italy or like England or like anything that's kind of more fancy, I'll look it up. Just stuff in Europe, basically. If that's the case, I'll look it up. Or if it's a color or pattern that is more interesting, like if it's purple, you got to see what it is. Purple blazers sell great. More interesting colors, more interesting patterns, more interesting materials. Those are the ones I look. I just can't look at every single one. It just takes too long. But if like they bring out a new rack with a bunch of blazers, I will look at all of them. But you just got to kind of use your time wisely because they take a lot of time to look at. But this was a full suit. And it sold for $130 plus shipping. Xenia. And it's like you can look up every brand of blazer. Xenia is like one of the highest sell-through rate if you look up Xenia blazer. Most of them are pretty low sell-through. Here's a pair of vintage Levi's 517s, which is a good style. That sold for full price, $120 plus shipping, or $120.88. I just woke up and it was sold. This one had some good factors, which is why I listed it so high. They were 517s, which is a bootcut style. They were black. They were a great size, 34, 34. 32, 32 would have been better. They were also orange tab. They were made in USA. Here's how you can date them. So that number right there, 698, is going to be stamped on the front of the top button that closes the waist. And then after that, for 90s jeans at least, it's always going to have the date, which would be June 1993. And like this is a lot for a pair of 90s jeans. So you got to do your factor stacking. Most 90s jeans are like, in a good size, they're like $35 to $75. But this is an exceptional pair. So we listed it high and it sold. Here's a Wilson's leather jacket. I actually don't know what these type of jackets are called. Like factually, like what is this type of jacket called? But I always just call it racer and I put biker moto in there. And if you look up like Wilson's leather jacket, racer, let's look up, oops, sneak peek. So this one sold for $81.50. But if we look up Wilson's racer leather jacket, like that is not a racer one. I don't know why it's there. But 113 listed, for used, 137 listed. Sold 117. So super high sell-through rate, almost 100%. But if we look up Wilson's leather jacket without racer, we have pre-owned 3,145 listed. Sold. Whoa, that's a lot. And 9,686 listed. So it's like a 30% sell-through rate. So Wilson's leather jackets suck, but if you find the right ones, they'll sell super fast and for good money. So just, learn some good styles. But that racer one always sells super fast for like nearly $100. It's gonna look like that with cool stripes. Any of the ones with cool stripes down the sides, the cooler, the higher you can price it. But yeah, they sell super fast. Here's another leather item, a pair of Sean John pants. These ones sold for $65 plus shipping. Crazy size 40. Just black leather pants. I look up pretty much every pair of leather pants that is from a brand that I've heard of. Like Wilson's leather pants do well. Yeah, leather pants. Great. Thanks to a viewer, I priced these a little higher than I was gonna. I was saying like maybe 35 bucks for these. The company's Nike SB. But a viewer in the comments told me to price them up. And these sold for an offer of $55 plus shipping. They're just like ripstop, straight leg cargo pants with like a woodland camo. Yeah, Nike SB can be way better than regular Nike sometimes. Same with like Nike ACG, Nike Jordan. But yeah, Nike is a great brand if you know what you're looking for. Here's another great brand. It's called International Baggies. This is a good brand, or if you find any pants that look like this, they're kind of like they're like a jogger, but they're like really wide around the thigh, and then they really taper in at the ankle. You tag them up as hammer pants or parachute pants. But this company, International Baggies, is like one of the better ones. These sold for full price $75.88. They're just like lightweight cotton, kind of crappy feeling. Vintage, made in USA. Yeah, International Baggies. If you find vintage skateboard stuff, this is a VM, stands for Video Magazine. 411 VM was like a video magazine in like the 90s and early 2000s where they'd like send you tapes or DVDs in the mail, and it would just be like little short skate videos on them. Yeah, but it's kind of an iconic brand from the old days of skateboarding. So if you find stuff like that, list it high. This one sold for $45 plus shipping. Probably not a great sell-through rate on it. Made in USA. Yeah. Look up old skateboard stuff. It can be good. This company I found several times. It's always new with tags when I find it. And it always sells great. I've sold a t-shirt for like 45 bucks. This is like kind of like a sweater with short sleeves. It's knit. The company's called Honor the Gift. It sold for full price within like a day or two of listing it. Honor the Gift. Let's see the logo. Where's the logo? I don't even think I took a picture of the tag. They had to zoom. Yeah, even if you don't take a picture of that tag, they'll still buy it. It's good. On Cloud or On. I don't know if it's called On Cloud or On. Because if you look it up online, it's just called like On. And their stock is called like On Incorporated or something like that. I was trying to figure out what the actual company is. On Holding. Yeah, I don't know. I think the company's just called On, but I always put On Cloud. But they make shoes. You'll find them all the time. They're the ones that go kind of like this on the bottom. But I think their clothing sells like damn near as good as their shoes. Snag on there, snag on there. It's just like a running shirt, a long sleeve running shirt. That's what the logo looks like. Yeah, and just, let's see, what did that sell for? That sold for $50 plus shipping. If you find it, look it up. These I grabbed without looking them up because research from the past told me that they were good, and they sold pretty much instantly for $50 plus shipping. They're like leather shorts, which are called Lederhosen. I guess they're from Germany. Maybe this is a Halloween costume. Sold on September 22nd, so I don't know. But yeah, look up Lederhosen. And I couldn't really find this exact brand, but I just priced them around there. That seemed safe, and they sold quickly. Jam's World is a company that makes pretty good Hawaiian shirts. I think they're usually made out of rayon. This one had a stain and was in a small size. And still we sold it for $45 plus shipping. I've sold these as high as like $80 before. I've never got them over 100. I know some of them sell for over 100, but I've never done that. And they're always going to be like, not always, but most of the time they're going to be super wrinkly like this. And even if you steam it, it won't come out. It's just like the way the fabric is. But yeah, Jam's World. A lot of their women's stuff sucks, but the men's stuff is always pretty good. Here's our penultimate item. It's a Levi's small red corduroy chore coat, oversized shacket. Corduroy stuff is really, really good right now. It's going to just keep getting better. It's like the best material you can find over the winter for just everything. This one had a little orange stain there, and it was not a good size, and it sold super duper fast for $43.25. It's in a nice, pretty red burgundy color. Yeah, it's not vintage, and it's Levi's, which is not the best brand, and it sold super fast for good money. So yeah, look up Levi's stuff. If it's interesting, look up everything that's corduroy. Corduroy is the best. We sold a Jake Paul hoodie. This has been listed since May 9th. It sold sometime in the last month and a half? I don't know. Since sometime between August 22nd and now. Yeah, Jake Paul, he's like a YouTuber, boxer guy. Probably some sort of scammer. Not in good condition. Sold full price for $35.88. You find influencer stuff. This is probably, I'm thinking this was probably an ironic purchase. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching.